Welcome to Bosse High School. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats are on the road on a Tuesday night in conference action against the Bosse Bulldogs. The Jasper Wildcats 0-1 after their loss against Boonville last week, and the Bosse Bulldogs also 0-1. They lost their first game against Gibson Southern. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And Jason, just kind of a recap of the game the other night, losing to the Boonville Pioneers. Really a struggle for the Wildcat offense, only scoring 22 points through three quarters and trailed 39-22 after three, but then outscored Boonville 23-16. So we scored more in the fourth quarter than we did the first three quarters of that game. Kind of got some offensive output from Jalen Mainers, who led the team with 13 points. He had 3 buckets in that fourth quarter, and then also Braden Giesler had a nice quarter with 9 points of his 11. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where we need to put 4 quarters together.
Well, there's no doubt. Like you said, Craig, I mean, it's early in the year. Coaches are still searching for combinations and things that'll work. And we got off to a slow start the other night, whether it's indicative of being the first game or what it is. But, we need to put 4 quarters together and play well like we did. I thought in the fourth quarter the other night, we were aggressive. Mm-hmm. We weren't passive. We took the ball at Boonville, and it showed in the scoring in the fourth quarter. So tonight, Bosse's always very athletic, so we're going to have to be ready to go from the start.
And we are underway here at Bosse High School, and Bosse controls the tip, quickly going the other way with a shot, does not go, and Cats battle for the rebound. Giesler will come down with it. So the Wildcats will start. Max Butel, 13. 23 is Jace Foy. 33, Caden Ernie. 35, Braden Giesler. And 51, Jalen Mainers, who is a sophomore, who has joined this basketball team, transferring to Jasper High School. And we got a scrum on the floor, and looks like it's an early jump ball. So Jasper will have the basketball. So Bosse starts Tizon Tomlinson at a guard spot. He's number 1. 24 is Marius Harris. Landon Lloyd is 30. Jaden Hale is 41. And Elijah Eastwood is 45. So Bosse in a tight man-to-man to start things off here. Mainers gets the ball in the lane. 6'4", turnaround jumper does not go. So it's good to have some size in there for the Wildcats. It
is. I mean, Bosse's got some size too, that we're going to have to combat all night with it. And obviously, their quickness is indicative of the first play there when the guard got after Butel pretty good. We're going to have to handle the ball.
Right. All right, good hands there by the Wildcats to come up with the steal. So that's Jace Foy, and he hands it off to Butel, who gets it back over to Foy. And so Cats get it up the floor. Feed down in the post. Mainers backs his man in, goes off the glass. Well, he's missed his first 2 shots and can't get the follow there. So Cats still looking for their first score. Same with Bosse, but there's a good steal by Giesler, but then gets right back into the hands of number 41, Hale.
Down here on the other end on Maynard's first shot, he didn't get squared up to the basket. He basically shot it with his back to the basket. He's just got to be patient. Like we talk about the inside-outside game. Throw it out, repost, and look to get it back again. Well,
the Cats can't get the score the other way after a block shot there by Maynard, so Bosse comes the other way, 24 Harris with it. Jasper also in a man-to-man defense. Bosse lost their first game against Gibson Southern on the road, 65-61, and the Wildcats will play Gibson Southern this week, just 2 nights from now on Thursday.
Yeah, and talking to some people, Gibson's probably got a pretty decent ball club. So for Bosse to lose by 4 on the road, that's nothing to be ashamed of, I don't think. So
right. 3-point shot is short. Battle for the rebound comes down to Bosse as Thomason out-hustled a little bit there against Caden Ernie. And he can't get the shot to go. Cats come down with the rebound. Yeah, Bosse actually started slow last year. Lost their first 3 games and went 3-7 in their first 10 as the Cats go the other way. Maynard's going to be on the line there, so he misses his first 4 shots so far in this basketball game. Tomlinson makes a move into the lane, kicks out. 3-pointer on the way, short, so neither team has scored as we played 3 minutes of basketball. And as I say that, a put back by Hale puts Bosse on the board for the first time. Bulldogs with a little pressure, full court.
We did a good job of blocking out down there, but we didn't go get the ball after we blocked out.
All right, so disrupts the Wildcats, but they will hang on to the basketball. They trail 2-0, 4:41 to go here in the first quarter, just underway. Bosse last year with a sectional and regional championship. So they kind of got things going late in the season. They had a 7-game winning streak in January, and of course with success in the postseason.
Yeah, and they had 6 seniors last year, which, you know, that goes a long way.
Right.
As the season progresses, those seniors, you know, start to show what they're capable of.
Well, there's a nice job both by the big men for the Wildcats. Giesler found Mainers making a cut there, and he puts the first 2 points on the board for the Wildcats as the ball gets knocked away there. Mainers again 13 points the other night to lead the Wildcats in his debut. Giesler had 11. Giesler gets it down low. Good position. Can't get the shot to go. Gets his own board. He'll have to battle again, but he's triple teamed and throws it away. So here comes Eastwood with the basketball. Gives it up. Bosse quickly. Tomlinson will drive, and he is going to be, actually they're going to call the foul on Ernie.
Blocking foul. One thing we don't want to do is we don't want to get in a running game with Bosse because that's right up their alley, and they like to do that. I mean, they're going to throw up some crazy shots that will drive a lot of coaches nuts, but Coach Burkhart's coached here at Bosse for a long time, so he's used to seeing some of that.
Oh, absolutely. Outstanding success he's had in 17 years with 8 sectionals, 5 regionals, 2 semi-state titles, so he has seen it. Both, of course, battling in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference year after year. So number 41 is Hale, Jaden Hale. Giesler extends out on him. .22 has checked into the ball game. That's Elijah Chin. Now he gives it up to Tomlinson, who will drive, and he'll draw the contact, and that's going to be a foul on Jace Foy. Second foul whistled on the Wildcats. So tees on. Tomlinson steps up. Tomlinson, a 6'1" senior, and he pops that first one.
Thomas Sager checked in for Jasper for Butel, and 33 Martin for Bosse. They've got him listed at 6'6", so like I said, they've got some size that, you know, we're going to have to battle inside.
All right, so 2 free throws go well for Tizon Tomlinson. So here comes Caden Ernie quickly, gives it up to Giesler and gives it back. Can't get that shot, but Thomas has got a wide open shot from the corner. Doesn't go. Good offensive board there, but we're going to have a foul. And this is going to go on number 33, Dante Martin, who's checked in for Bosse. So we'll see 2 free throws coming from the sophomore. Short on that one.
Needs to get a little air under it. It's too flat. It doesn't ever have a chance to, when you shoot the ball flat and it hits the rim, it doesn't have a chance to go in.
All right, so he's perfect on that one. So 3 points for him, 3 points for Jasper. 4-3 is our score. Low scoring as we played. A little over 5 minutes in the quarter. There's a screen set. Stop and pop. Jumper on the way, and it rolls in. So number 24, Marius Harris, gets his first 2 points of the ball game and makes it a 6-3 game. Good battle there. As now Mainers gets into the lane and loses the handle on the dribble. Quickly the other way, and a shot up and in, goes in for Elijah Chin. So Bosse, as you mentioned, likes to run, and they got a nice fast break bucket there.
Yeah, when they force a turnover on the defensive end, they got a chance to get out and go. They're going to go. That's where Jasper's got to make sure that we're, if we commit a turnover, you got to hustle back.
Cats with good movement of the basketball here. Gets it down into the blocks to Gieser. See if he can do something one-on-one, but he gives it up. Mainers can't get his shot to go. And Gieser with a nice feed there by Caden Ernie, who came up with the loose one and a quick bucket there. So the Wildcats now with 5. Bosse leads 8-5 with $1:33 to go here in the first. Again, an early conference game for both these teams. But actually, Bosse, if you look at their schedule, usually they pack it with 5 straight conference games, and same case this year to end the season. Last year in those games, they went 3-3 or 3-2. Bosse showing some patience here on this possession. But anytime you get an opening like that, you got to take advantage, and Hale does for his second bucket of the ball game, makes it 10-5. .47 seconds on the clock here in the first. Mainers, three-point shot, and he drains it. So that's one thing about Jalen Mainers. He's not afraid to launch it up. He's got 6 points for the Wildcats, 8, and there's a three-pointer that doesn't go for Bosse, and Jasper will have, looks like, the final possession here with 22 seconds.
Yeah, I would think so. I think you want to work the ball here and have the opportunity to get a nice open look.
Good pressure defense there by Tomlinson. Gives it up. Now Caden gets it back. Little spin move in the lane. Then he loses the handle. Gives it to Mainers for another three-pointer, and he drains it right before the buzzer. So Jalen Mainers struggled early on, missed his first 4 shots, but finishes up with 2 big three-pointers, and Jasper now has the lead 11-10 after 1 here on 18 WJTS.
Ho, 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 ho.
It's Christmas countdown time!
1033 Jolly FM has your fix of non-stop Christmas music through the holiday season.
Jolly FM, Santa Claus.
Stationed in Santa Claus, Indiana, our station knows a thing or two about being holly and jolly. Whoopsie! We'll be jingling and jangling until the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve.
Merry Christmas!
Tune in now at jollyfm.com.
All right, so the Jasper Wildcats with 2 three-pointers late there by Jalen Mainers will open up the second quarter on defense, but they do have a 1-point lead over the Bosse Bulldogs. Good steal. Gieser comes up with it, and he jams it home. So an outstanding play there by the senior, and gives the Wildcats a 3-point lead.
I think Reese Fisher checked in at the break.
All right, so shot doesn't go. Gieser comes down with the rebound. So a good start of the quarter there for number 35. And throws it away. So 2 pluses and 1 minus with that turnover.
Announcer's jinx. Talk good about them, and then they make a mistake.
You never know. All right, so the Bulldogs will bring it up. Pull-up jumper does not go for Harris, and we've got a foul here. It's going to be a reach on number 45, Elijah Eastwood. So that's his first personal foul. Just underway here in the second quarter. Cats got the lone bucket so far of the second quarter with a slam dunk by Braden Giesler. Tell loses the handle, but no, they're going to actually call a double dribble, so a turnover on the Wildcats.
Max has just got to just use his body to protect the basketball and take your time. You know, when you got a quick guy like that guarding you, it speeds you up. Mm-hmm. You try to go faster and faster, and you're not used to that, and that's exactly what happened there on him. You just got to slow down and take care of the ball. He'll be all right.
In situations like that, it's basically defenders challenging you, and you too many times want to take on that challenge, but a three-pointer is popped right there by number 3 off the bench, Ramon Nelson. So that ties the ball game at 13. Mainers picks up his dribble, guarded heavily by number 30, Lloyd. Giesler goes to his left. Nothing there in the corner for Reese. Giesler loses the handle of the basketball. We got a scrum on the floor, so this is going to be another jump ball, and Bosse will have possession. Tight ball game here on a Tuesday night. 6:11 to go here in the second quarter. We're tied at 13 as Kai Kuntz will check into the ball game for the first time. Mainers will sit.
I like their patience on offense that time, but we didn't have anybody inside. We couldn't do the inside-outside. We just kept going around the perimeter of the three-point line.
Trying to work off a screen there is Tomlinson. And a little bit of contact, but no call. So Jasper comes up with the ball. Here comes Giesler bringing it up. So Giesler sets himself down in his spot in the lower block, and ball gets knocked out of bounds. So very aggressive defense we're seeing by Elijah Eastwood all over Max Butel so far tonight. Reese Fisher's going to check in. Or throw it in, but actually we got a foul, an offensive foul on Max Butel. So I think he's starting to get in his head a little bit.
He's getting frustrated there. He tried to. They teach you to get into the defense and then come away, which he did, but he threw his forearm out, and that's what the official was sitting right there and saw it.
Right.
You can't extend that arm out like you're trying to push him away.
Exactly. Well, he tries to make the steal there. Tomlinson is going to be fouled.
Be interesting. Are they giving him 2 shots or out of bounds?
Yeah, it looks like he was passing the basketball,
Yep.
and that's what they're saying.
Yep.
All right, so no shot attempt, no free throws. 5:41 to go, and we're still tied at 13. Cats have a 2 by Braden Giesler, and Bosse tied it with a 3-pointer by Nelson.
Ernie and Maynard come back in.
Three-point shot, and it is drained, so a nice inbounds play there. Ties on Tomlinson, popped it.
That was lack of defense there. I mean, all they did was make one pass in bounds, and we just let our guard down.
Right. All right, so that's going to be a foul and a reach there by Nelson.
They're discussing whether that last shot was a 2 or a 3.
They're saying it is a 3. Yeah, that's what they had on the board. So
Yeah, I thought it was too, but I think the scores bench was just trying to double check.
Right. So the Cats inbound. Again, Eastwood all over Butel. Keep an eye on that all night. Very aggressive defense. I like what I'm seeing from number 45.
Yeah, a lot of times Bosse's not typically been known to want to play much defense.
There's a good job by Butel. Came up with the loose basketball, and he's able to hit for the easy bucket. One-point ball game. Bosse with the lead, 16-15. Screen set up, and it gets knocked away, so it will be Bosse basketball. So Bosse's bringing in a couple guys off the bench. 24's back in. Harris, 41. Hale, so 2 starters back on the floor. Good drive and stop and pop, but shot does not go there for Harris, and Jasper comes down with it. Here comes Max.
Jasper's done a very good job of blocking out on the defensive end, limiting Bosse to 1 shot.
All right, so Bosse getting aggressive defensively, and that's where you're going to start getting some of these loose ball fouls. Jaden Hale gets picked up picks up that one there. So 3 fouls on Bosse, 2 on Jasper in the quarter. 5 get you in the bonus. Have not played half of the quarter yet at 4:18. Mainers feeds it into Butel. He stops, gives it up. Gieser up top. Both teams still aggressive man-to-man defense. We'll see that all night. Butel loses his footing, still on the floor. And he's able to give it up to Ernie. Ernie will drive. Max gets it in the lane, and it is rejected. Quickly the other way come the Bulldogs. Number 24 will put it up and in. That's Harris for his 4th point of the ball game, and we get a timeout. So John Gable just needs to get his team a little settled down here. Trailing by 3 with 3:45 to go here on 18 WJTS.
Get game day ready with food fit for a fan. Cheer on the Jasper Wildcats or celebrate a victory with a treat from Jasper's Dairy Queen. Grab some sweet treats while watching the Wildcats in action this season. Score on favorites like a decadent blizzard or a signature creation like a chocolate sundae. You can also get Orange Julius at your original West Side Dairy Queen. Dine in or drive through before or after a game for your favorite Dairy Queen treat. Best of luck, Wildcats, from Phyllis and her team at Jasper's Dairy Queen.
18th year at Jasper, 234 and 163. He's won 2 sectional titles here, and he's actually closing in on Cabby O'Neill's 247 wins at Jasper. So,
yeah, he is. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment when he gets to that point. If things go well, he should get to that point to tie it and break it this year, I would think. But you got to continue to play and get better and have a decent season.
All right, so Mainers with a turnaround jumper does not go. Bosse attacks, kicks back out. Tomlinson, he's got a 3 already, and he's got another. That's his 2nd 3-pointer of the quarter, and extends Bosse now to a 6-point lead, 21-15 in this tight game. That's a pretty decent-sized lead so far.
We did a good job of getting back and stopping the initial drive, but once you stop that, you got to find your man and get to him, and that's what happened. They got the ball inside, everybody collapsed on him and left the guy outside wide open.
All right, so substitution. Thomas Sager back in. Kai Coons will sit down. So the Cats have Ernie, Mainers, Butel inbounding. Looking for Gieser, but can't get it. Gets it out top, or on the wing at least. It's Ernie. Ernie with a battle with Tomlinson, number 1. Thomas Sager, look for a shot, not there. Gieser out in the wing, so now we got a one-on-one matchup there, and Mainers just cannot get that bunny to go. He's had a tough time in the lane getting those shots to drop. He's got 2 3-pointers so far, but really he's had a tough time in the lane there to score.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a bad shot. It just didn't go in.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it did everything but it. You just got to fight through that sometimes.
3-pointer is short there. So Harris was not able to pop that one. Jasper comes the other way. Gieser will draw the contact and shoot 2. But I'll tell you what, again, we're talking about Bosse as far as the way they like to play. I love their aggressive defense. They have been all over the Wildcat ball handlers all night.
I'll second that. Like we said earlier, notoriously Bosse and Evansville teams in general don't play aggressive man-to-man, and a lot of times that's how we beat Evansville teams is we really get after them on defense,
right? And
they're not used to that. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, Bosse, they've got 2 or 3 guys that just flat out there and get after it.
Gieser misses both, but Mainers comes up with a bucket, so he's got a shot in the lane this time, and it goes up and in. So good defensive rebound there. Cats just 1 of 4 from the free throw line so far. 21-17 with 2 minutes to go. Bosse leads. Shot does not go. Cats don't fight for the rebound. Gieser kind of knocked it away from Mainers there, and Mainers this time comes down with it. So 1:42 on the clock. Jasper trails by 4, have the basketball in their hands.
See,
good feed. Oh. Gieser, that was a nice little give and go. 2-point game now. Number 32 in for the first time, Sutton. There's a 3-point shot, not going to go for number 3. It's Nelson. And Cats come down with the board, so a chance to tie or take the lead here, Jay.
Yeah, we did a good job down here on defense. Forced them into not a great shot. And then now we got the ball. There's the foul, and we'll go to the free throw line because Bosse's got 5 team fouls.
All right, so Gieser will step up. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Jalen Mainers has the other 2 free throws. He was 1 of 2, so Cats 1 of 4 so far. All right, so for Bosse coming in, one of their starters, Landon Lloyd back in. Number 45 is Eastwood. .103 on the clock as we step to the line here. Gieser pops that one. Gieser's got a 5-point quarter, 7 in the ball game. And hits them both. 2 big free throws tie it up at 21. 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. Bosse looks like they're going to try to work some offense, but they're taking their time. Tomlinson works off a screen. Good job by Ernie to cut him off. There's a wide open 3-point shot. It misses everything except for the backboard, and it will go off Thomas Sager, and Bosse will hang on to it.
It looked like that was a coin toss as to who to give that to.
Yeah.
Both officials kind of looked at each other like.
All right, so checking into the ball game. That's number 10, but I don't have him on.
I saw that. I don't
roster
either, and I saw that in the warm-ups that they had a number 10 out there, but no idea who it is. I don't know if they had a number 10 in the JV game or not.
They did not.
No. So
We'll just call him number 10.
Yeah.
22 seconds. Bosse is going to hold for 1. Spreading things out. Down to 10 seconds.
Max needs to stay off of it. Well, I guess that's what
Foul
they're
to
looking.
give.
Yeah, foul to give. But I was going to say, otherwise you just need to stay off of them when they're out that far, because all you're going to do is give them a chance to beat you.
Right.
And then it's 5-on-4.
We've still got another foul to give.
Yeah. And I would say they'll do that here at some point. They need to do it, not while he's shooting.
Oh, he gives it up, and nice block here by Giesler. So that was a little bit of move there by Chin. He tried to feed it. Giesler knocked it away, and Jasper will go into halftime tied with the Bosse Bulldogs 21-21. Thoughts, Jason?
Well, I thought, it was pretty well balanced both quarters. The thing, Bosse opened up a little bit of a lead there, in the second quarter, but the thing with Bosse, they can shoot themselves right out of the game and let the opposing team back in, and I felt like that's kind of what they did.
Towards the end there, yeah.
Yeah, they took a couple shots that were rushed, not needed at that particular time. So from Jasper's standpoint, you just got to continue to keep going the way you've been going, and I thought we did a good job of that. Even when we got down a little bit, I don't know, we got down 4 or 5 points,
Right.
We didn't panic. We just kept playing the way we had been playing, and that's what you got to do. And you can see the results. It got us right back in the game and tied it up. So I thought overall the first half was a evenly played game. I got Jasper unofficially for 9 turnovers, which is way too many.
Way too many, yes.
Bosse's got 5. Mm-hmm. So, obviously I'm sure that's one of the things that the coaches will address at halftime is taking care of the ball, secure the ball. That's 9 times that we didn't get a chance to even shoot, and you're tied. From that standpoint, with the turnovers, you got to feel fortunate to be tied.
No question, because, again, we faced a lot of pressure, and we mentioned that as far as our ball handlers. And, let's face it, Butel's our top ball handler, but he had some struggles out there as Tomlinson and others were all over him. So, yeah, we'll see if we can make those adjustments and come out on top in the second half. So right now we'll go into halftime, tied 21-21 here on 18 WJTS.
Have an extra car you don't need, but don't want the hassle of selling it? Or maybe you're ready to get out of your lease early. Either way, Ubler Chevy Cadillac in Jasper has you covered. We want to buy your car. All makes and models. We'll even handle the payoff with your bank. How does it work? We appraise your vehicle and give you a check. It's that easy. We'll even come to your location. Call or text 812-639-2186 for more details. Ubler Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
All right, we're at halftime here at Bosse High School. The Jasper Wildcats tied with the Bosse Bulldogs. Quick look at the scoring. Pretty balanced scoring when you look at Bosse. 5 different players have scored, led by Tomlinson, number 1 with 8 points. 4 points for Harris. 4 points for number 41, Jaden Hale. Both those buckets coming in the first quarter, and a 3-pointer hit off the bench by Raymond Nelson and a bucket by Elijah Chin. For the Jasper Wildcats, they are led Jalen Mainers, who had 9 points in the first quarter, 2 in the second, so he's got 11. 8 points for Braden Giesler, and 6 of those coming in that second quarter. And just 2 points for Reese Fisher. And, Jason, that's one thing we were talking about is that the Wildcats need to find some sort of perimeter game. And just so far, we had 2 3-pointers hit by Jalen Mainers late in the first quarter. But other than that, the guards aren't getting any shots. Yeah,
we're not a team that can create shots off the dribble. Last year with Andrew Noblet, he was good at coming off screens and pulling up and being able to shoot.
Right.
We don't necessarily have that this year so far, where guys can do that. Hopefully, when Logan Day gets back, he'll be able to do that maybe a little bit. And some of these other guys, I'm not saying that they won't ever be able to do it, but we've got to find something, like you said.
All right, so the Wildcats' first possession, not able to come up with anything there, but then there's a collision. And going down pretty hard there was Eastwood, so Max Butel will pick up the foul. That's his 3rd. And we were talking also about ball handlers for this basketball team, and our best is going to sit down for a good part of the second half with 3 fouls already.
Yeah, if Bosse gets after it like they did in the first half, we could be in a little bit of trouble right now. I know Max struggled a little bit, but he also did, he had some good possessions too, so we'll see here.
So the drive to the basket, good cut off there by Foy. So another drive to the basket. So the Wildcats dominating the paint defensively so far. First minute into this third quarter. Thomas Sager is in the ball game now, taking Max's spot. Mainer's in a little trouble with the double team, but then Ernie comes up with the loose one. Thomas gets the shot, does not go, and Giesler cannot come down with the rebound, but a quick steal over there by Ernie. Ernie quickly looking for position. Now he feeds it to the corner. Thomas gives it to a little elbow shot right there. And so Mainers, he has been our best perimeter shooter all night.
Yeah, there's no doubt there. He was wide open. He actually could have caught that and drove to the basket. There wasn't nobody between him and the goal.
There's a nice pull-up jumper by Tomlinson. He's in double figures with 10. Ties this ball game at 23. Bosse had heavy pressure on our guards in that first half. And I would think with Max Butel, you might want to pick up that pressure because the Cats are going to have a tough time at least dribbling the basketball. But so far it looks like they're just trying to pass around the perimeter until they find that open look. So that's actually a 3rd foul whistled there on Jaden Hale. So 2 starters for this team, for both teams, with at least one guy in a little bit of foul difficulty. And there's a shot there by Giesler, doesn't go, and he knocks his own shot out of bounds.
I mean, to have unofficially 11 turnovers at this point in the game and to be tied, you got to consider yourself pretty lucky.
Right. Well, they're going to lay off him, and he's going to make him pay, and that's Tomlinson. So he's off to a nice start, 5 quick points. And now Bosse with a 3-point lead after that 3-point shot goes. Mainers, nice turnaround jumper in the lane, so he's got another bucket. 15 points for him. 13 in the first game against Boonville, so he's a double-figure scorer so far in the first 2 games. Five and a half to go here, third quarter. Bosse with a 1-point lead. Ernie all over Tomlinson. And he pulls up to that open spot, but a little bit long on the jumper, and Gieser comes down with the board. Caden Ernie tries to front his man. Mainers stop and pop, and a little short on that shot. Bosse comes the other way. Drive to the basket does not go there for Harris, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Bosse will hang on. Dante Martin checks in, number 33. So they still have on the floor Jaden Hale with 3 fouls, number 41. Hale does have the basketball right now, then gives it up. Eastwood. Now there's a drive to the basket, spin move, and missing on the shot. Mainers comes down with the rebound, and we're going to have a reach in here, I believe, on number 33, Martin. All right, so the Bulldogs want to call a timeout. They lead by 1, 26-25, 4:42 to go here in the third on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelard, Ubelard Toyota in Jasper. Truck lovers know the Toyota Tundra for its legendary strength and reliability. The new Tundras are long on comfort, technology, and safety too. Right now, we've got plenty of new Tundras in stock, with options for every purpose and budget. Loaded with features to help you get things done. We have flexible financing and lease options as well. Find your new Tundra today at Ubelard Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends for hardworking trucks since 1929.
All right, so Jasper's going to face a little full court pressure here as the inbound. Trailing by 1.
Looks like they're in a 2-2-1. And that's how you beat it, is by passing the ball. You can't want to dribble. We did a good job of breaking it. Now you don't want to get forced into something. We did a good job. We didn't have nothing, so we pulled it out, and we're going to run our offense.
Giesler, 3-point shot is going to be short. Bosse running the other way. Baseline drive there, and that's going to be a block on the baseline called on Ernie. So Bosse will inbound, setting up their play. 2 fouls on both teams so far in the quarter. Jasper did get in the bonus for 2 free throws in the second quarter. Tomlinson. He drives, and a good block. Cats coming the other way. Thomas Sayer cannot handle that basketball, so the Cats with another turnover. Wide open 3-point shot is short, bounce around, and doesn't go, but Tomlinson comes down with the board, and that's going to be a foul on Mainers. So again, a very tight basketball game we got tonight, 26-25, but neither team has been able to really establish any consistent offense.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, they can't get anything out of their offense when they run it, and then, you know, we're just it's not a very cleanly played game.
No,
let's just say that.
On either side.
No, on either side.
So 6 points in the quarter for Tomlinson. Second free throw goes, so he has scored all points for Bosse here. All 7 of their.
Tomlinson was the only returning starter that they had from last year's team. They had 6 seniors on that team that had a lot of success, so he's been around for a little while.
All right, so the Cats are able to break the pressure there. Mainers has it, and he gives it up to Ernie. But again, no true point guard on the floor for the Wildcats right now, so going to have to keep moving the ball with the pass. Mainers with a left-handed shot. Harris wanted the call but did not get it. Mainers has got all 6 of Wildcats points, and it's a 1-point game again. Bulldogs with the lead, 28-27, 3:18 on the clock. Bosse trying to set up a play here. Ball screen set. Tomlinson uses it. Good job by Ernie to stay on top of him, and then he makes a little turnaround jumper in the lane, doesn't go. Mainers comes up at the board, heaves it out, and it's retrieved by the Wildcats. Chance to take the lead here, trailing by 1. Good screen. Little switch, though. So there's an easy drive to the basket. Could have gone. Oh, he almost did get it. Kind of hesitated on that shot to draw his defender up in the air and eventually did get that call. So Martin's going to be called for the foul. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, Foy did a good job there of ball fake and got his man in the air, but when you do that, you got to go up through him strong, and he kind of turned his shoulders and got sideways, and it almost went in, but I'd like to see him go up strong once he's got that guy up in the air.
Sure. Way short on the free throw.
Our free throw shooting tonight's not been the best, has it?
No, we are 3 of 7, I believe.
And that's not typical for a Jasper team. I mean, we're usually pretty good.
Hits the second, so now we got a tie game at 28, 2:36 on the clock. Good steal. Here comes Gieser with another breakaway opportunity, and he should have just laid it up and in. Didn't get enough elevation, but a good job by Foy to get the follow.
Gieser was stuck between whether to dunk it or whether to lay it in.
Yeah. Had a jam in the second quarter. Wide open three-pointer again, short. Oh, look at Thomas Sager block out his man, and a little acrobatics there for number 22, Chin, and Sager will pick up the foul. Looks like Chin's okay. All right, so Jasper now has their first lead after the bucket by Foy. Wholesale changes here for the Bulldogs, including number 45, Eastwood, back in the ball game. In fact, they got their whole starting lineup back on the floor.
They play a lot of guys. Well, Jasper does too, really.
Right. Three-pointer is there for number 24, Harris. So Cats are going to have to extend their defense. I mean, they've had some open looks, Bosse has from the perimeter, but just not have been hitting it, and there's a big one there.
Well, and the thing with their open looks are they're not out of an offense. We just don't get out there and guard them.
Yeah. Well, Gieser comes up with the basketball and puts it up and in, so that's a big bucket for the Wildcats. 10 points now for Gieser to get that lead back, 32-31 with 1:30 to go. It's been a tight game all night. Bosse did have a 6-point lead, and this time
banks it in.
On Tuesday night, extended hours for that bank.
Yeah, buddy.
So 2 in a row for Harris. Gives Bosse now a 2-point lead, 34-32. Coming up on a minute as we feed down in the block there. Gieser gives it up. Ernie gets his first look in the night, and it doesn't go. Tomlinson comes down. Here comes Bosse with a break. Quickly the other way, and Gieser with a beautiful block from behind. Bosse still with the basketball. And number 24 is feeling it, but it doesn't go. Caden Ernie stops, gives it up. There's a three-pointer for Foy. Cannot go. Thomas cannot come into the rebound. Tomlinson with it on the right wing. 34 seconds. And Bosse is going to hold back for one with a 2-point lead, 34-32.
Giesler needs to be careful out there because we don't have a foul to give here.
4 fouls on the board right now with 10 seconds. A little one-on-one action. There's a walk, no call. And a three-point shot does not go. Battle for the rebound, 1 second. And did they call a foul here?
I believe they did on Bosse. I don't know who.
Okay, so they had one to give, actually.
30.
All right, so 0.1 on the clock. Nothing's going to happen here, so don't even have time for a shot with 0.1 second.
You can't even catch and shoot. It's got to be a tip.
There's a first foul whistled on Landon Lloyd. And we'll go into the fourth quarter. Bosse, we were tied after 2 quarters, and Bosse with a 2-point lead in this tight basketball game, 34-32 here on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
Bosse basketball to start the 4th. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs over the Wildcats. Nice stop and pop there on that catch and shoot there, and does not go, but we got a quick foul here. Josiah Sutton is in the ball game to start this 4th quarter for the Bulldogs, so he picks up the foul, number 32.
That's good to have. You know, we've played, 11 seconds, and Bosse's already got a foul.
Yeah.
So, 4th quarter could come down to free throw shooting.
Well, Butel, who sat most of the quarter, picking up his 3rd foul, is now back in the ball game, so the Cats see how we move our offense now. Mainers gets to a spot, short on the jumper though. So here come the Bulldogs, one to run. Good drive, does not go. Mainers comes down with the rebound. Caden Ernie, picked up by Sutton. Now 22 is on Max, that's Chin. Now give and go. And a shot is up and in. Good strong move there by Gieser to get to that spot and put it up and in. 12 points for him, tie ball game at 34. So either team that gets some consistent movement and consistent buckets on their offense, but I'm sure Shane Burkhart is not happy with all these 3 points shot.
No.
They hit a handful of them, but they shot way more.
If you're just patient against them, they can, like I said a while ago, they can shoot themselves out of a game.
Well, Gieser finds another opening there, and good feed. Getting it into him, so now Cats with a 2-point lead, 36-34. Thomason drives to the lane, but he draws the contact. He'll shoot 2. And the thing is, I feel like we got some size advantage, not just in height, but also just, Gieser's a big, strong kid. Same thing with Mainers. We need to work the blocks down there, I believe.
Yeah, I agree totally. We got to get inside, quit settling, for the outside shot, get in there and use Giesler and Maynard's, to our advantage.
Yeah, it seems like Mainers in the lane is kind of settled for some jumpers in the lane, but yeah, if he gets down low and just gets good position, you kind of get more of those easy buckets off the glass. As we get a break here right now, Tomlinson is working through a cramp, so hopefully he's okay, and I think that's all it is. But he's going to have to sit for a little bit and work that out. Like you said, the only starter back from last year's sectional regional championship team. So with the foul, Elijah Eastwood, number 45, is going to step to the line. Bosse has shot 4 free throws tonight and have hit them all. And they stay consistent. First point tonight for Eastwood, number 45. One of the Bosse starters. And he looks good on both.
I was surprised. Well, Bosse is a little bit here. I was surprised they haven't put more full court pressure on to try to speed us up.
Cats break it. And Mainers looked like he had an easy route, but Chin stopped him with the foul. All right, so 2 free throws coming for Mainers. He's 1 of 2 so far tonight. Both those free throws coming in the first quarter. But he's got a nice night at 17 points, make it 18. Perfect. Cats have scored 6. Bosse has scored 2. So Cats are now with a 2-point lead. Jumper from the foul line does not go for Chin. Battle for the rebound, and we got a foul. So the fouls on Mainers is that's a second. 2 fouls on both teams in the quarter. So Jaden Hale with 2 charity stripes. First one in and out, so their first miss. Nelson will check in. Lloyd will sit. Tomlinson still sitting after that cramp he had earlier, but he is on the bench there. And he's their leading scorer with 15 points. Second foul shot goes, so Hale's got 5 points in this basketball game, and it's a 1-point game. Jasper still leads. Heavy pressure on the Cats. Foy. And they're going to call him for a travel.
I didn't see it.
I was going to say, not sure I saw that either. It looked like he has pivot foot when he stopped.
Coach Gable was had that kind of look of confusion too.
Right. So the Bulldogs, chance to get that lead back. Led 34-32 going into the quarter. Right now they're down by 1. Feet up top. Another 3-pointer shot, missed terribly this time by Nelson. Again, as you say many times, you can always get that shot, and it seems like Bosse's settling for it.
Yeah.
A little too much tonight.
Oh, they missed Maynard down on the block.
Maynard draws the contact, puts it up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Third foul on Bosse now. 5:17 to go, so a lot of time. Right now these free throws are on the shot. Maynard's hit his first 2 of the quarter and gets the roll there. So Nelson's going to sit. He's got 2 fouls. Maynard's looking good from the line. Now 5 of 6 tonight. He's got 21 points to lead the Wildcats. Good job to get to a better spot there is Chin, so he pops that jumper. Jasper still leads. Bosse with the pressure. The Cats are able to break it. 1-point lead, 40-39 for Jasper. Feed down low. Mainers short on that shot. Battle for the rebound, and they're going to call Mainers for the foul.
Yeah, he got a decent shot, but you missed it. Don't compound that by committing the foul like he did. I mean, like we said, we haven't played half the quarter, and both teams have got 3 team fouls already. So, like I said, it's going to come down to free throws.
Yeah, both teams have shot 4 free throws, but they've not come on bonus shots. And the officials are getting a little whistle happy as well. So this time they call it on Foy. That's his third foul.
That was a tic-tac foul.
I know.
For the way they've been playing, the way they've let them play.
Right. Foy comes up with the steal. Good shot fake. Goes up, draws the contact, and the bucket is good. So he stepped in front of that lob pass, so a nice defensive play there. It comes up with the bucket the other way. Chance for another one here as far as a free throw coming up for number 23. Cats with a 3-point lead. And now 4, so that's the biggest lead, I believe, for Jasper so far. Bosse had a 6-point lead in the first half. So this tight basketball game continues, but Jasper with a nice 2-bucket lead right now. Screen set. Gives an opportunity for the shot. Oh, big offensive rebound. Battle. Gets another one. And there we go with Gieser swatting it away. So Jaden Hale, not quite at the size of Gieser there, but he battled for those 2 boards. So Burkhart wants a timeout. His team trails by 4. Jasper 43, Bosse 39 here on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a good time gold Saturday morning. Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
All right, so Bosse's going to have the basketball. Trailing by 4. Both teams have 4 fouls, so we're going to be looking at some bonus free throws coming up. And of course, in high school, 5 fouls in the quarter. Inbound play, jumper from the baseline does not go, but Bosse retains possession. Chin will drive again, and this time he gets the bucket to go.
I don't know how Hale does an outstanding job of getting in there. I mean, he's 5'11", and he's in there with the big boys, and he comes out of there with rebounds all the time.
It's just pure hustle right there. Ball gets kicked away. Tomlinson's back in the ball game. Looks good. So no effects from that cramp that he had. Burkhart goes to his bench, so number 33 is coming in. Unsure who he's subbing for. Okay, now Eastwood's like, okay. 2-point ball game, 43-41. Jasper to lead, 3:46 to go. So crunch time for both these teams right now. Chen's going to guard Butel now. Tomlinson's on Caden Ernie, and he forces the turnover. Great defensive play by number 1 over there on the sideline. And now they make another substitution to get back in the ball game, Eastwood. So
that's just lack of taking care of the basketball. I mean, you know, yeah, they were playing a little defense on you, but you got to be strong with the ball.
Right. Bulldogs trail by 2. Ooh. I think that was just more of an errant pass as opposed to Gieser making a nice play, but
threw
it goes
right
off
into
him.
Giesler's arm, I think.
All right, so Bosse's going to hang on to it. Tomlinson is their leading scorer, number 1. He has got 15 tonight. The Wildcats are led by Jalen Mainers, 21. Chin's a little pop gun. He's not afraid to shoot it. Can't get that one to go. Bosse hangs on to it, though, with the rebound. Tomlinson will drive baseline and cannot get the shot to go. Mainers gets tripped up, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. I think this one's going to go on Hale.
Yep.
So we're going to walk the other way. So advantage for the Wildcats because Mainers has been really hot from the free throw line. He's hit his last 5. Including 4 in this quarter. 21 points for the sophomore, just in his second game for the Jasper Wildcats. He had 13 the other night in that Boonville game, and way short on that. I'm going to stop the praise. All right, so Burkhart works his substitution. Hale's got a 4th foul, so that's a strong rebounder for this team. He's now on the bench as Martin is in for him. And he comes back with a nice free throw there. 3-point lead for the Wildcats, 3:07 to go. Drive the lane, Tomlinson gives it up. Chin will attack. Little bump, and they do get the call, I was going to say.
My gosh. It about knocked him to downtown Evansville.
All right, it's a shooting foul, but it's also the 5th foul on the Wildcats. So both teams in the bonus from here on out. 2nd foul on Giesler. Chen does not get that one to go. I think it's his first free throw of the night, so see if he knocked the rust off and can hit the second. Looks good there. Bosse 4 of 6 from the line here in this fourth quarter. Gieser splits, gives it up. 2-point lead for the Wildcats, and John Gable wants the timeout this time. So, all right, we'll take a break. 44-42, 2:50 on the clock here in the fourth. Jasper with a slim lead over the Bulldogs on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelar, Ubelar Toyota in Jasper. Toyota announces a new certified used vehicle program. Now vehicles up to 10 years old with 125,000 miles are silver certified. Cars up to 6 years old with 85,000 miles are gold certified. That means more great certified Toyotas for you to choose from. All with additional factory warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and a stringent multi-point quality inspection, like usual. Ask about a gold or silver certified used Toyota from Ubelar Toyota in Jasper today.
All right, so Jasper with the basketball. Coach Gable trying to get his team settled for this final 2 minutes and 50 seconds. They do have the lead right now. Bosse picking up the pressure all over Giesler.
Bosse come out in a trap.
Yeah.
Coach Gable's going to burn another timeout, but they kind of switched up their defense. I noticed I thought they were going to a zone, but they trapped out of it. Coach Gable saw it and wanted to get a timeout before we had a turnover.
Yeah, it's kind of the difference between a football game when you come out and you see the defense that they're lined up in, then you call your timeout to change your play. But in that situation, you had to inbound the ball to see what they're going to do, and all of a sudden, boom, you attack on the double team there. And
yeah, so that's why you use a 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
Because this critical point in the game, you can't afford a turnover there for an unforced one.
Right. All right, well, you mentioned zone. We haven't seen any zone at all from either team tonight. So,
yeah, they look like they're kind of still maybe lined up. Yeah, I think they're going.
Thomason was coming up. Now he's just, I think, on his own. Oh, boy, he had a back door for Butel. If Mainers had eyes behind his head, he would have seen that. But
yeah.
But we do get the call here, so Mainer's going to step up to the line. 2, 4, 6. He's 5 of 6 in the quarter, 6 of 8 on the ball game, and he pops that one. So all of his free throws, or all of his points here in this fourth quarter have come from the line. 2, 4, 6 of them. He's got 12 points in the half, 23 on the ball game.
A lot of our points here in the fourth quarter have come from the line.
Yeah. Mainers showing that he's got the ability to hit those free throws, so that's going to be key. So far in this basketball game, it's been huge. 46-42, Jasper with a 4-point lead. Jen stops. Cannot get the roll. Not keeping track of his shooting percentage, but it's not very good, I don't believe.
No, you're right. It's not.
For the Bulldogs across the board, really. All right, so Foy just one-on-one. Now he dribbles into a little trouble and then gives it up to Ernie. That should be an easy bucket for the Cats, but nope. Butel's going to have to bring it back up.
That's smart play.
Yeah.
2 minutes to go in the game. You've got a 4-point lead.
No need to force anything, but
nope.
Foy dribbles into his own trouble. Yeah, he just basically dribbled it and the ball went out of bounds there. So it was kind of a total unforced error there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Bosse didn't even put too much pressure on him. All right, so the turnover gives it to the Bulldogs. 2 minutes exactly to go. 4-point lead for Jasper, 46-42. Tomlinson, one-on-one, feeds out. There's a drive. Kick. Hale with it. Now, up top, Eastwood. Tomlinson tried to feed it down, but actually bailing him out right there was Caden Ernie, so he's going to pick up the foul. So this will be 2 free throws. Tomlinson's perfect tonight with 4 free throws.
That's not, Jasper doesn't want to do that. You got a 4-point lead with 1 minute and 40 left. You want the clock to run. If they're going to score, you want it with the clock running, not a chance to score 2 points here with the clock stopped and get closer.
So number 10 comes back in. We don't know who he is.
He kind of looks like he's lost out there in the first half when they put him in. I don't know if he's just in there for defense now or what the reason they put him in for, but
Tomlinson cannot get the roll there. His first miss tonight. Cats still with a 3-point lead, and Ernie's able to run that down. But a little trouble in the corner. Gives it up and getting bailed out. Number 10's going to pick up that foul. Gieser, I don't think, had handled that basketball.
No, he got lucky there because it wasn't much of a foul because Giesler was off balance. But you got to step up there now and you got to convert these.
So that's on the last two possessions where we had trouble over in that corner baseline. Yeah. But Gieser nicely hits that free throw. So he was 2 of 4 in the first half, hits his first one here in the second. 4-point lead for the Wildcats, chance to make it 5. And he does. So the free throw is huge for Jasper in this quarter. Battle. Shot does not go. So Bosse's kind of settling really for jump shots. That's all we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, you got a team on the ropes because they're in the bonus. Why settle out there? Go if I understand you want to go fast, but go to the basket going fast.
Not many drives to the basket. And as that
timeout.
Called timeout. Okay. All right, so a minute 23. We'll take another break here. 48-43. Jasper to the lead, looking to close out here at Bosse tonight on 18 WJTS.
Ubelar Chevy in Jasper, Indiana is your headquarters for new half-ton Silverados. And we've got them in stock. Choose from LTs, RSTs, Trail Bosses, and even High Countries. All in stock now. If we don't have the truck you're looking for, we can get it for you. The Chevy Silverado has a heritage and a history like no other truck, and now is a great time to buy one. Find your Silverado at Ubelar Chevy in Jasper. Online at ubelargm.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
All right, so the Bulldogs will inbound underneath, trailing by 5 right now. Drive. Chen's going to shoot a three-pointer, and he pops it here. So he's not been consistent with the shot all night, but he comes up with a huge one there. Jasper in a little bit of trouble. There's a reach, no call. And John Gable calls the timeout. So, all right, so a little bit, obviously pressure when you got 1 minute to go here, trailing by 2. So, yeah, you just basically got to be able to settle your team down and just say, hey, this is the situation, this is where we're at, this is what we got to do.
Yeah, you got to take care of the ball. Number one and foremost, you don't have to shoot anymore. I mean, you got the lead, let the clock run, make them chase. They're gonna foul, but you got to take care of the basketball.
Right.
And unofficially, I've got us for 14 turnovers, which we've done a lot better job the second half.
Yeah.
But still, you've got to. In these situations, you've got to have leaders out there on the floor that say, I want the ball, I'm going to take care of it, I'm going to make good passes and good decisions. The good decisions is a big part of this.
Well, I think one of the keys, too, in this possession here is the ball movement with the pass, more so with the dribble, because let's face it, we really only got one guy who can handle the ball consistently out there, and that's Max Butel.
Right.
And he's had some troubles tonight.
Right.
So he gets the inbound. So he's going to force it across. He is draped all over by Eastwood. Gieser with it. He'll have to dribble to a spot. He's going to get to the lane and gets a shot up and a foul. Eastwood cannot believe that he got called for that foul. But Gieser, again, the opening was there, so he just attacked it.
Well, what I liked about it was he went strong.
Right.
There was no hesitation. He went towards the goal hard and went up with the shot hard.
Huge free throw here, and he pops it. He is perfect from the line here in this fourth quarter. Jasper's been great from the free throw line. Just one miss. Shot does not go. Mainers comes down with it. Bosse still with the pressure there. Another reach. Might need another timeout, and they do. But yeah, free throws for the Wildcats, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of 12 from the foul line in this fourth quarter, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for anything better.
No.
You know, we said early in the quarter that, you know, when Bosse picked up their first foul with less than a minute into the quarter, that it was going to be a free throw shooting contest.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, up to that point, we hadn't shot the free throws real well in the game. But in the fourth quarter, when it really meant a lot, we've done a very good job of stepping up and hitting them. So, you know, obviously, the game's not over, but we got to take care of the basketball and force Bosse into fouling and keep shooting the free throws the way we have been.
You know, and the thing is, of those free throws, 2 of them have been after buckets made. Jace Foy got a three-point play, and then just right there, Braden Gieser with a huge three-point play. So that's what allowed the Wildcats with a 5-point lead. I honestly did not realize it's only 3.5 seconds to go. This game's over.
I didn't either.
Is that clock right?
I don't think that's right.
I don't think it's right at all. I was like, goodness.
No.
So, yeah, they're trying to get this figured out.
They're trying to fix it. I don't know what it was. We might have to go back on Jed's video to see how much time was actually on the clock. But
I mean, obviously, they must have kept it running.
I guess they're going to play with 3.5 seconds. No, the official's still over here at the table trying to figure it out. But
yeah, he's going to actually.
I guess the official's going to
go. The bull by the horns.
Yeah, he said, "Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'll fix it." I mean, I thought there was like 40, 35.
Yeah, there's way more than just. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 35.5.
Yeah, that makes a little more sense.
I was like, goodness.
The game still should be over with a 5-point lead in that, but.
Again, you just got to handle the basketball, handle the press. Oh, and you cannot let that happen.
You cannot do that.
Man.
You know? I mean, in this game, that's probably not going to hurt because of the 5-point lead. But in a 1 or 2 point game, that's a huge, huge mistake. And again, it's unforced.
Chen's going to stop and pop the 3. Doesn't go. Cats come down with a rebound. That's Foy with it. And no call. But then they call the foul on Jasper. Are you kidding me? Wow. So Foy has the basketball and just gets fiddled around with. No call. Jasper briefly comes up at the bat. That's shocking right there.
Yeah.
All right, so Bosse gets a break there. Is going to have a chance to cut it to a 3-point game if he can hit them both. And he gets the roll on that one.
And that's big. I mean, a 3-point game, that's a 1 possession with 21 seconds left. Get another mistake throwing the ball or not catching the ball.
And the clock stop while they're doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And now number 10. Number 10's coming back in the game. I think they just called a foul.
Bosse's going to get called for this one, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hale hits the free throw. He's 3 of 4. It's a 3-point game. But now Jasper's going the other way, and not a second came off the clock there.
That's huge because now Jasper, the way we've been shooting free throws, can go from a 3-point game to a 5-point game, and Bosse never had the chance to steal the inbounds to tie it.
Yeah. All right, so Gieser does not get that one to go. So his first miss of the quarter. He's 3 of 4 now.
You need this one because this makes it a 2-possession game.
21 seconds. Hits this, it'll make it a 4-point lead for Jasper, and he misses both. So here come the Bulldogs, trailing by 1 possession game. I'm sorry, trailing by 3. And they're going to call a travel. Wow, Jaden Hale, he made that move I don't know how many times tonight, and now they call a travel on it. So a big break for the Wildcats, and boy, now the official taking some fluff over there from the sideline. When I say sideline, the fans over there in the front row.
Coach Burkhart's level. I mean, he wants to get a technical here, but he knows he can't because it's still a 3-point game.
Yeah.
But he really wants to because he was very, very upset over that travel call.
I honestly can't disagree with him.
I can't either.
We've seen that drive to the basket all night tonight, especially.
Yeah, I don't know where the kid was dribbling and took 2 steps and went up for the shot.
Yeah.
And he calls traveling on it. I don't know what was said or I mean, what his explanation is for it, but it was.
But then we had a questionable no call, then a quick call, just a little bit before then, as far as the foul whistled on Butel. All right, so the Bulldogs are on the floor. Jasper still in the huddle over here. 15.5 to go. Jasper will have the ball on the side. 3-point lead, 51-48.
Got to take care of the ball. You know, it sounds like a broken record all the time, but you know, when you're in tight games like this, 1 possession game, you know, you've got to secure the ball and take care of it.
Tomlinson knocks it away, and I think the only advantage there is now the Wildcats will have it side out at midcourt as opposed to being on the Bosse side of the basketball court.
I don't know that. I mean, Maynard's got a big size.
There you go. Oh, and he got knocked away. So there's a battle on the floor, and it's a jump ball. Possession goes to the Jasper Wildcats with 11.9 to go. Nice defensive play there by Jaden Hale.
That was because Maynard caught it, you know, and had his back to him, and I don't think he fouled him.
No,
I
not
think
at all.
He just made a nice defensive play on it. But
all right, so the Cats with the inbound underneath. Butel gets it over to Caden Ernie. He's going to have to dribble out, and they foul him immediately. So take your pick of who they're going to call it on, either number 1 or 22, and they're actually going to call it on number 22, so that'll go on Chin. It's
you got to hit one of these two to get it to a 4-point game.
Oh, absolutely. 2-possession game, absolutely.
But it's,
two
you know,
opportunities.
this is what, in my opinion, this right here is what took away the integrity of this game, because instead of that possibly being a bonus 1+, now you got to go up there and know you get 2 shots.
Yeah.
You know.
Jasper's missed 3 straight free throws, make it 4, but Gieser comes out with a humongous rebound. And are they going to call a foul or a jump ball here? They do call the foul, so Tomlinson's going to pick that one up. But Jasper's missed 4 straight free throws. Gieser had missed 2 of those 4, and he's at the line now. So again, just 1 free throw needs to be made here, Jason.
Yeah.
And again. So what an outstanding job Jasper had done from the line up to this point. And their last 3 trips have yet to hit one.
Yeah. I mean, it gets contagious. You know, you start thinking about it.
Huge. Finally. All right, so the shot doesn't go, and I think it hit something up top. So
I didn't think it hit anything, but
he said it did.
It did, yeah. So that ought to do it.
That'll seal the basketball game. Jasper comes down to Bosse in a tight basketball game. Again, it's a 1-point game after 1. It was a tie game at halftime, a 2-point game after 3, and Jasper pulls out a 4-point win, 52-48. Man, what a ball game, Jason.
Yeah, it was. You know, obviously, you know, there was still a lot of room for improvement on Jasper's side, but, you know, you come on the road, your first road test of the year. I wouldn't necessarily say a hostile environment, but, you know, anytime you have to go on the road during the week, you know, and to escape with a win, that's big. You know, at least the kids get the feel now of what does it take to win a game. You know, obviously we had to hang on by the skin of our teeth there at the end because of the lack of free throw shooting at the end. But you know, I'm watching Coach Burkhardt. He's very animated down there with, I don't know who it is, whether it's the athletic director from Bosse or who it is, but he's not really happy with that one official that made those calls. But anyhow,
Yeah.
I think, from the standpoint of, like I said, going on the road on a Tuesday night, coming off of a loss like we did against Boonville at home. So it's a big win for us.
Sure. Conference win as well.
It's a conference win. It gives the kids that feel of, we can win close games. Come tournament time, those are huge, because you're going to have to win close games in the tournament. You're not going to blow everybody out, and you have to figure out how to win those games. And we did it tonight. We didn't do it by the textbook way to do it, but again, it's a win's a win, and we're going to take it and get out of town, and go back tomorrow and practice on Wednesday, and then be back on the road again to Gibson Southern on Thursday and take on a very, from what we've understood, is a very good Gibson Southern team.
Yeah.
And if we go into that game and end up with, I had 16 turnovers unofficially.
Yeah.
Most games in high school, if you have that many turnovers, you don't win. So from that standpoint, we're very fortunate tonight to come out of here with the win. I think, the kids battled. They played hard tonight. Obviously Maynard was our go-to guy tonight, and that's good to see. A sophomore, he's finding the feel for the game a little bit. I think he's got the potential to keep getting better and build on his resume as a player.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he's going to be a very good addition when we do get back to full strength with Levin, and Lukemeyer was out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Lukemeyer must have got hurt in the JV game because he was playing in the JV game, I think.
Oh, was he? Okay.
I thought so. But anyways, Day, Levin, and Lukemeyer were missing, out of tonight's game, and obviously, Day was our returning scorer, so to speak. Without him to be able to come out of here with a victory is a big deal, and to have somebody like Jalen to step up and be that scorer, that go-to guy, was a big deal, and that's going to do nothing but give us benefit down the road. So I think, coaching staff, I think they're going to be pleased with tonight, with the effort. So like I said, we just have to carry it over to Thursday night on the road again at Gibson Southern.
Well, and the main thing also in this basketball game is it's like our front line carried us. Jalen Mainers has 24 points in the ball game. Braden Gieser had 20. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those in that fourth quarter came from the free throw line. Mainers was 2, 4, 6, 7 of 8 from the foul line. Gieser had hit 3 straight before missing 3, but then he hit that key one right there at the end there to give the Wildcats a 4-point lead, making it a 2-possession basketball game there. But, again, great to get the win, but I think that we just really need to come up with some sort of scoring and perimeter play from our guards.
We do, and obviously, that's, right now our scorers are 2 big guys inside with Giesler and Mainers. Like you said, we're going to need – Butel's not going to score a lot, but we need him to score 4 to 6 points a night. Foy about the same.
Yeah.
Ernie about, in that 6 to 8 point range, and then you get Day back where he can maybe, pop off for a 20, and you throw in Mainers and Giesler's points with that. The potential's there to have, a nice team. But it's you got to continue to improve and get better. Obviously tonight there was still a lot of teaching points and things that we've got to get better at.
Right.
So
yeah, I was just coming up with the free throw numbers here. I think I got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. So if I'm reading this right, we did have. Because we started missing some towards the end there. We actually, because Ernie missed 2, and then Gieser had missed 3 in a row. But, from the foul line, we got to the foul line 18 times and hit 12. And at one point, though.
I think we were like 10 for 11 or something.
Yeah, because we actually missed 5 of our last 6 there. So, but, it's just one of those things where this was just kind of It was a blue-collar basketball game is what we saw tonight, and Cats were able to pretty well rough it out.
Yeah, that's basically, like you said, that's about what it was. We just had to fight through it, and we did a good job of that, and you move on to the next game.
No doubt. Okay, so we've got Coach John Gable. All right, Coach. First of all, we come down to Evansville on a Tuesday night, and we come away with a win. So what are your thoughts?
I'm just proud. I mean, sorry I'm out of breath walking up here in the doghouse.
Hey, I've done it 3 times tonight.
I forgot that I'm old. You know, as bad as we felt last week, we feel pretty good this week.
Yeah.
And we just weren't a very good team last week. We didn't play together. Didn't seem to work very hard. Didn't seem to care about one another. Boonville was getting every loose ball, making a lot of hustle plays, and we just weren't. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Boonville because they're an awfully good team. But we knew we were better than we played that first game.
Right.
And I'm just to come down here and against a physical team and a well-coached team in a hostile environment and win, especially after the way we played last week, is, you know, gives us hope.
Right.
And we're nowhere close to where we need to be.
Right, absolutely.
But we've found that we do have a little bit of fight in us.
Well, that's a good thing with a basketball win like this. Again, it wasn't a clean game by any stretch by either team, really. But, you know, again, the Wildcats just showed a lot of grit there in that fourth quarter to come up with it.
It would have been a hard game to officiate because it was so physical.
Right.
And I thought sometimes that we cowered down to that. I thought we got a little jittery and we panicked a little bit and we made some silly turnovers. But I thought as the game progressed, we got used to it. We got more comfortable with it. And we were able to, you know, deal with that pressure a little bit better.
Well, you look at as far as what you got from your front line. I mean, you couldn't ask for more than 44 points from your 2 big guys tonight.
Well, they played with a lot of heart tonight.
Yeah.
And we expect a lot out of them. They sure gave it to us tonight. And we didn't get many perimeter shots off, and we didn't have to. And Bosse did a tremendous job. They were trying to make our bigs beat them.
Right.
They didn't come off the shooters. And, you know, we did work this week on inside-out shooting and trying to get the ball to the bigs. And when you feel the defense collapse, get that ball back out. But the defense just didn't collapse a whole lot. And so Braden Giesler is a 3-year varsity player, 2-year starter, and just one of our best athletes in our school. But he also showed tonight that he's got a tremendous amount of fight in him.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was hard. We took him off the floor for maybe 20 seconds tonight.
Yeah.
And we got to turn around and play again Thursday. But he's just that competitive.
Well, the free throws also allowed you guys to really extend things there in that fourth quarter. A little struggle towards the end. I think we missed 5 of our last 6, but we finally got that 4-point lead and made it a 2-possession game.
Well, we're in practice, we're about an 85% free throw shooting team. When you look at the scoreboard and you know I have to make this or they still have a chance to beat us, changes things a little bit.
Right.
So that's between the years, and that's something that experience and toughness will take care of, I hope, too.
Right, because we finished the quarter with 12 of 18, but we were 10 of 11 at one time, or 10 of 11 at one point before missing 5 there. But
so free throws are different with the game on the line. And it's just, you know, sometimes that's a matter of having been in that situation, and other times it's just a matter of being fatigued, and sometimes it's just a matter of you got to block out the score and block out the crowd and just do the same thing you do at practice every day and follow the same routine and knock it down.
So when you came into this basketball game, I know you didn't have much information on Bosse, and they had lost a lot from last year, but were you surprised by what you saw?
No, I think our scouting report pegged them, and we did get to see them, ironically, or fortunately it wasn't their first game. They did play at Gibson Southern last week, so we did have film.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And usually when we play Bosse, it's their first game.
Yeah.
And so we were just kind of going, you know, blind, but we did have a pretty good feel for them. Nobody did anything out there that we didn't expect, and I think our guys did a nice job of reading the scouting report and listening to it, and we defended their guards pretty well. We knew that a lot of them were right-handed, and we knew that a lot of them are going to try to get to the rim first, and we did a nice job keeping them away.
All right, well, 2 games in 3 days. What are we doing for Thursday now?
Well, hopefully sleep tonight, and I watched some film and scouting report and practice tomorrow, and it's kind of a unique situation to go Tuesday, Thursday. We don't do that a lot, but it's something the girls have had to do for a long time.
Sure.
And, you know, if you're going to win in the tournament, you're going to have to play sometimes with 1 day rest.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's a good test for us. And then we have a 10 days off or so before we go play, about 9 days off before we go play Memorial.
Yeah.
So our focus right now is got to go to Gibson Southern. Gibson Southern has everybody back. Mark Ward does a good job with that team, and to go there and win on the road would be a nice feather in our cap, but it's going to take a tremendous effort.
And how do you scout a team that you're going to play again, twice in 1 week, because you had Bosse against Gibson Southern. It's kind of a help for you to be able to see both those teams at one time.
Well, we've watched the film, and we're going to watch it again, so we're going to know both
With a
teams
different
pretty
set of
well.
eyes, right?
So knowing what they do is important, but also being able to actually make the adjustments you need and actually follow the scouting report and understand what the other team's strengths and weaknesses are, and understand your strengths and weaknesses as well. That's a big key.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations on the conference win, and good luck Thursday night.
Yeah, thanks. We'll take it.
All right. Thanks, John. As the Jasper Wildcats come on the road and beat the Bosse Bulldogs 52-48. So quick run at the scoring here. Bulldogs, actually 3 players in double figures. Tomlinson had 16, Harris with 10. Off the bench was Elijah Chen with 10. And then 7 for Jaden Hale. 3-pointer hit by Ramon Nelson, and 2 points coming from the free throw line from number 45, Elijah Eastwood. For the Wildcats, 2 scores in the 20s, actually. 24 points for Jalen Mainers, so an outstanding game for him, and really popped those free throws in the fourth quarter. 2, 4, 6, 7 of 8 from the foul line, so that was huge for him. 20 points for Braden Geisler, 6 points for Jace Foy, and 2 points for Reese Fisher. So only 4 players scored tonight, but big ones coming from Geisler's 20 and Mainer's 24. So Wildcats will play again Thursday night. We'll have the action for you, and we'll have the replay played Friday night. Tonight's replay will be on Wednesday night, so you'll get a chance to watch that basketball game. And, of course, we're on tape delay, so I'm not really talking to anybody right now, am I, Jeremy? No. So it doesn't matter. All right, so Bosse falls to 0-2, Jasper 1-1, and a big conference win. So for Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video, Jasper wins it tonight over the Bulldogs, 52-48. Good night, everybody.